Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Spencer, Medical Director at Goodheart Animal Health Center. I'm here today to talk about some upcoming spring objects to consider with your pets, and it's right around the corner, believe it or not. Spring is often our snowiest months here, but we'll work through some issues you might come into contact with. So one other thing is we all kind of get that weekend warrior syndrome with our pets in Colorado. And just like you may condition for ski season or you may condition for a summer hike, we should do the same thing for our pets. If they've been hanging out in the house all winter on the couch being lazy, you don't want their first experience in the great outdoors to be hiking a 14er. So just remember, as our weather gets better, to just warm your pets back into the exercise or activity levels that they will be kind of maxing out in the summertime. So the thing I'm always most surprised by in the spring, late winter, is the presence of ticks. I always associate them with, summer and lakes and, hiking outdoors, but I always see our first terribly infested animal usually late February, early March, and I can never for the life of me figure out where they came from because usually there's snow on the ground, certainly snow up in the mountains, but these ticks are there. So even though we kind of associate some of those external parasites in our pets with summertime fun, you should absolutely be keeping your pet on a tick prevention year-round. So antifreeze is one that I used to see a lot of really bad cases of kitty cats getting into antifreeze. So this is something I warn people about. If you do have an outdoor kitty cat, for whatever reason, antifreeze tastes great to them. Can't imagine why, but it can be extremely, extremely poisonous to them, and so even fatal. So obviously, if you do have antifreeze hanging around your garage or workshops, please make sure it's stored safely so that your pets can't get into it. If you do suspect that your cat has gotten into that, or dog, but more commonly cats, that is an emergency. They should be treated and taken care of right away. I get asked a lot also about ice melt and whether it's toxic, and that's kind of a two-part question. One is if they're eating it, that's not great. So we really do want to avoid, your dog or cat plunging their whole head into the ice melt bucket. I would avoid that, and please let us know if that happens. The second is can it be irritating to the skin? And the answer is it can be mildly irritating to the skin. A lot of places these days do sell pet-safe ice melt. I always encourage you to use that. If you aren't sure as you're walking your pet outside whether they might have walked through something, just take a washcloth when you get home, or let them just kind of dunk their feet in the tub when you get home, and that will wash anything irritating and caustic away. It's really challenging to know when your pet might be too cold and when they might actually have some medical damage like frostbite. Oftentimes those will show up a couple days afterwards, but you might see them be very tender on their paws, hesitant to walk or get up. And if you see any of those, just give us a call and we'll try to help you as best as we can. One question I hear a lot is, can my pet get frostbite, or what happens if they get hyperthermia? Absolutely they can. And they are similar to us, that those little extremities, their little toes and feet, especially because they don't often wear booties or shoes, can get really cold really fast. The other thing that we'll see is their little tips of their ears don't have a lot of padding, and those can also quickly get frostbitten. So helping keep your dog or cat's core warm outside is helpful on those really cold days. You can get a nice little jacket for them or keep them inside. So we absolutely see some really cold days here in Colorado, both in the winter and in the spring. And your pet's going to need to go outside to go potty, but for dogs and cats to be spending the night outside when it's under freezing is not okay. So those days that we're getting below 30 degrees, we really should be letting them outside for short periods of time and then right back in. If they're inside, some great ways to keep them entertained include things like using feeder toys. You can throw that into your favorite search engine and find some great examples there. And any kind of behavioral enrichment. We love the Fear-Free website, which will give you great ideas on scent enrichment, things you can watch on video, and as well as some toys that are new and different. So I love using booties when you can. They do keep pets paws safe from ice melt and things buried under the snow that might be sharp and cut their feet. The best booties are the ones that you can return. And the reason for that is because about half of our dogs will wear those and about half of them will take them off within just a few seconds. So I absolutely recommend you try them out because they're great if your pet will tolerate them, and don't be disappointed if they won't. And we're always here, our team is awesome. Our technicians and assistants have a load of knowledge. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can call us, you can text us, you can email us. We're all busy. We also can do some telehealth visits if you just need to, talk to us from the privacy of your home. Our team can get you set up. We would love to help you and keep your pets healthy and happy.